Good morning, everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. It's going to be a shorter video today because I want to talk about something that I really don't have a ton of information about. But I think it's important, so I wanted to talk about it. It's not... Okay, what I want to talk about is dyskinesia. Now, dyskinesia is not technically Parkinson's, but it is Parkinson's because it comes about because of the medication that Parkinson's patients are on. So therefore, the only reason I have it is because of Parkinson's, but it itself is from the medication. And I'm not a doctor, but this is just from a patient's point of view, just what it does to me. This movement that you see here, where I'm wiggly all around, that's dyskinesia. When you have, you get the dyskinesia when your medicine is actually working. When it's not working, this all stops. But when the medication is controlling the other things, the rigidity and all the other symptoms that I have, when it's controlling all of that, then I get this superfluous movement. And it's a direct result of the medication. Now, because of that, there comes a time where they can't keep increasing the medication because your dyskinesia becomes to the point where that's very interfering in your life. Now, for me, I would much rather have this movement and be able to do things than to be sitting still and be rigid and not be able to go and do anything. So for me, I prefer to have the movement. But that's not to say that that's necessarily good for you, because you get too much medication if you're not careful. And so I'm at a very high dose right now of the levodopa, which is what is the medication that's causing this dyskinesia. But I thought it was important for me to explain what this movement is, because people think that this is Parkinson's, and it's not. Tremor, that's Parkinson's. Rigidity, that's Parkinson. Not being able to move, that's Parkinson. But this extra movement, like this, my body on the go, as I put it, my aerobics class, that is as a result of the medication. I wouldn't have it if I didn't have Parkinson's, because I wouldn't be taking that amount of medicine. I didn't have it when I was having a lower dose of the medicine. But that's what has come about as it increased. So I wanted to explain that. I also want to tell a story. Of course I want to tell a story. That's what I do. But anyway, this story is from a very long time ago. Claudine was about 3 or 4 years old, and I was married to her father. And so it's not Bill, it was this other fellow. And we didn't have very many laughs and funny times, but this was one of the ones that I have remembered for a very long time. We had a entranceway in this house that we were in, and in this little room of like a mud room, there was a door at one end and there was a door at the other end. And I do not remember what the conversation was, but I was standing at one door and he was standing at the other door, and Claudine was in the little mud room. And she had done something, and I don't even remember what she had done, but she had done something. And I said something to her about it, and then he said something, and then I said something, and then he said something. And this poor little girl was going between these two people talking to her in these two doorways. And all of a sudden she goes, "Whoa, one at a time, please." We just both turned and walked out our doors because we just started laughing. It was just like, one at a time, please. Anyway, I never did forget that. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm sorry it's a shorter video, but I did think that it was important to explain what this dyskinesia was all about. So anyway, that's it for today. See you tomorrow.